It's a Titans and Colts rematch, with Tennessee getting the win back in Week 3. Indy looks to split the series for the 3rd straight year as we get ready for an AFC South slugfest. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room. The great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of man coverage and burns you. But if you bring out those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Now a handoff to Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they could find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really happy you're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
We got this.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game.
And this is caught right along the sideline. Keeping the Tigers in bounds there.
Let's go.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And down it goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line. 5 yards, a good run there, now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we have time here in the second quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. And you know that good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things that make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, it's now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well. Now,
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return from Alex Tini. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football, being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Tannehill. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Again, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover in the end zone.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll run. It's Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Let's go, let's go!
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed it. Receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Now Ryan on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Man, I got
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Play action. It's Ryan. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown. There's Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. The lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Here's Rodgers to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Hines. They'll have a first down past the 40. They'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big pick up there on the run.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return, it's Rodgers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Matt Ryan in the offense heading back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Back now in Indianapolis. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brent Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays trying to move it.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And this is caught. And he takes this one for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Woods has it complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35 on second down, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Ryan. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to frustrate him a little. Got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, either way, they were getting the ball back.
Yeah, and it was fourth down. Don't you have to try and take a shot anyway instead of trying to ground it? That didn't work at all.
Now Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Look with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. Pass complete to Alec Cox. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing it.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On first down, Hines, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Ryan to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. That's going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. And his kick is good. And celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.